Namaste, Jai Hind, Vande Mataram. Welcome to this edition of The Right Stand. I'm Anand Narasimhan. There's a lot that has happened in Parliament and there's been huge disruption, disorder, viewers. But we're going to turn our spotlight down south because there is some serious issues with state control of Hindu institutions or Hindu temples. And be it Tamil Nadu, be it in Andhra Pradesh like we've seen in the past, be it Kerala like Sabrimala, or now in Karnataka. After Sabrimala, Tirumala and of course the Tirupati temple, it's the Dharmaraya Swami temple in Bengaluru. Faith has been hurt in Karnataka after Kerala. It's Muzrai department after the HRNCE. There are serious allegations of corruption and theft that have been levelled against senior officials of the Muzrai department. Now, former president of the Dharmaraya Swami Temple Administrative Committee, Satish, has accused the officials of stealing gold ornaments donated by devotees and demanding hefty commissions from contractors. Listen into what he had to say.
Dharmaraya Swami Devasthanamದಲ್ಲಿ ಉಂಡಿ ಎಣಿಸೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೂ ತರದಿರಾ ಅವರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಉಂಡಿ ಎಣಿಸೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಮಿತಿಯವ್ರಿಗೂ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತು ಪೂಜಾರಿಯವ್ರಿಗೂ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವ್ರೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, 6ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಉಂಡಿ ಎಣಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಏಕಾಏಕಿ ಶನಿವಾರ ಅವ್ರ ರೀಸನ್ ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ನಿನ್ನೆ ಶನಿವಾರ ಯಾರೂ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಯಾರೂ ಸ್ಥಳೀಯರಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡಲಿ, ಆ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೂ ನಾನು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಟೆಸ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ರೀಸನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಮುಂಚೆ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಡವೆ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಸೋದು ಒಡವೆನ. ಮತ್ತು ಅಪ್ರೈಸರು ಕಳಿಸಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಮುಜರಾಯಿ ಅವರು, ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ. ಇವರು ಅದೊಂದು ಪ್ರೀ ಪ್ಲಾನಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ವಿಷಯ ಬಂತು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು, ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಲಿರೋ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಅಧಿಕಾರಿನೇ ನನಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಈ ಥರ ಒಡವೆನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬರು ನೆಕ್ಲೆಸ್ನ ಜೋಬಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ.
So what are the allegations, viewers, against the temple officials? Number one, 63-gram gold necklace was stolen during the hundi counting. Executive officer Nagaraj is suspected of theft. RTI documents and CCTV support the claim that 122-gram gold was initially taken, siphoned off, and then 68-gram was then returned. 6 people are under the lens, and those are Nagaraj, Naveen, Arvind, Jagdish, Purushottam. Officials demanded 20% commission from contractors, 2 lakh for every 10 lakh that was given out from the deposits or the funds. Cut money. This cut money was also demanded from flower vendors, lighting decor arrangements people are those contractors. And of course, who's facing heat? It's the Muzrai minister, Ramalinga Reddy, who's ordered a probe. The Muzrai department suspended Nagaraj pending inquiry. Listen in to what Mr. Ramalinga Reddy, the Muzrai minister, had to say.
Dharmaraya Swami temple, a famous temple, and Karaga is also famous in not only in Karnataka, even from other states also. For Karaga festival, lot of people are coming. Regarding one necklace, somebody donated for that temple, and at the time of every 3 months they will count the hundi. At that time they found that necklace, and it was missed, and again it came to the hundi. I told our commissioner to check how it missed and how it came, and how much it was their weight earlier. Now what is the weight? Anyhow, he is responsible. EO is responsible for all these things. He is suspended. Then enquiry will go on. Then who will be the culprit? After enquiry, commissioner will come to know that. We will punish the culprits.
Now, the larger question, viewers, is Hindu temples are nothing but caged by state control. They were supposed to be protecting and upholding faith, dharma, and of course the right of the deity and devotees. But Sanatan is being hurt by those who are tasked to protect it. Free Hindu temples from state control. Is that the need of the hour? Will state governments who are clutching on to state control or controlling the functioning of some of the richest temples or the most frequented temples, coffer-rich temples, and which are now becoming hotbeds of corruption, will they let go of this control? Is it time to ensure that this happens in the interest of Sanatan faith, in the interest of the deities, in the interest of the devotees, and in the interest of the Devasam boards that are supposed to or tasked to run it by the devotees themselves. Joining us, G.S. Prashant, spokesperson of the Karnataka BJP, Hindol Sengupta, author and historian, T.R. Ramesh, activist, and of course someone who's a champion of freeing Hindu temples, and Sanket Yenagi, political analyst. Namaste, Jai Hind to everybody. Thank you for your time. Sanket Yenagi ji, what is this with the Muzrai department? Why is it that temple after temple we are having this issue, be it in the neighboring states and especially in Karnataka? This is the second temple where there is unnecessary controversy.
There are certain modifications needed in the operating procedures of hundis. There are rules which are already in existence or now already in place, which require modification as per the latest developments. Whether it's a state or the Devaswam board, which has to have certain guidelines for opening the hundi or the donation box, operating the gold, and insofar as the gold or other jewelries are concerned, there are certain more guidelines which requires to be continuously and unscrupulously followed. But here is a case where the government is having certain control over certain temples. It is not happening just in the temples which are controlled by the government, but are also in the other private temples. But there are certain things which are directly touching the belief of the people. The people go to temples with the belief that it would reach the God and not that it would reach some person there inside. So rather than that, you see the developments which are happening are directly affecting the belief of the people who are going to the temple. Maybe it's a religious belief, but it's something very serious. Since the matter has happened already and the investigation is on, and the culprit needs to be booked under the stringent provisions because it is affecting the belief of the community at large. And apart from that, the government now says that it wants to take an action against the culprit. That's not sufficient in my opinion. There need to be some modification of the guidelines, and the government has to place the proper SOP for operating certain things. So in my opinion, the government at least should wake up, looking at the developments recently happening in the state, and to take some
my point is that irrespective of which political party is in power, in Karnataka also, like in Kerala and Tamil Nadu, the state letting go of control of temples is not happening. And increasingly, moment the state tries to interfere, it tries to covet what is going on there, and its cronies or officials on behalf of the HRNC department try to dictate how things should happen. There is a derailment of the entire functioning of the temple. Then this is one after the other we are seeing this. T.R. Ramesh, correct or agree, disagree?
Agree totally, Anandji. But the thing is, number one, we just heard the Honorable Minister for Muzrai Department. I did not hear the word FIR, I did not hear the word police. He said he'll speak to the commissioner. There is a theft. There is a theft of gold, there is theft of valuables. The first thing that should happen is there should be a police complaint. The incident should be recorded. Yes. And a FIR filed and it's sent to the magistrate so that a further investigation happens, number one. The same pattern is followed in Tamil Nadu, where in Koppudai Nayagi Amman temple near Karaikudi, executive officer steals more than 2 crore worth of jewels and silver artifacts. Yeah. Commissioner sends him a show cause notice. This is very, very strange. And there is a 2010 massive gold theft in Oppaliyappan temple near Kumbakonam. An inquiry committee was formed. We do not know what happened to the committee, what happened to the hearings, what was investigated, has the jewels been recovered, nothing at all. In Payani temple, they tried to make a replica of the Payani Andavar, the deity, main deity, in gold. Within weeks, the gold, so-called gold deity started becoming black. And they kept it aside. No investigation. Currently, the additional commissioner of HRNC department in Tamil Nadu, there is a FIR against her. She is going to retire. And there's a serious charge against her of pilferage of gold while trying to make a new idol. In the Muzrai department in Karnataka, there is again internal audit. In Tamil Nadu, there is an internal audit. in Kerala, there's only an internal audit. There is no external audit, even though income tax department mandates if your trust's income is more than 2.5 lakhs, there has to be
Yeah.
an audit in a particular prescribed format by a chartered accountant. We should have three kind of audits in a temple. One is the land possession, the extent, the value should be audited. Number two, the jewels, because an antique jewel can be sometimes even 200 times the actual value of gold or
Yeah.
the silver. And Tirupati, we had a very, very famous pink diamond, supposed to have been given by Vijayanagar king, missing. This allegation was made by a senior priest of the temple. So we need a jewel audit with experts and with maybe even CAG involving, like it got involved in Padmanabha Swami temple, Thiruvananthapuram. And we need the regular audit, statutory audit of the annual audit of temples, of how income is coming, and the hundi opening should be videographed, and the videograph should be maintained. Today, the income of the temple from outside sources, from donors, has gone up very well, as much
Yeah.
as the income of the individual Hindu citizens have gone up.
Yeah.
So now the values have come down drastically. So people are now targeting temples to loot. This cannot be allowed. Incident after incident is happening. Guruvayur happened. The ivory tusk missing, silver
Yeah.
ingots missing. So many things are happening. This is a very, very serious matter. I wish the center comes with a stringent central law to oversee at least the top 200 temples in India with the proper audit and proper supervision.
True. Now again, again you are asking the center to intervene and create a
No,
policy.
I'm talking about regulation.
Regulation.
The temp
Correct.
Not be in the hands of secular authorities, which the 7-judge bench in 1954 made the law.
Yeah.
It said the administration of a temple cannot be vested in a secular authority.
See, what is happening with the secular authorities is increasingly you have mathas and dhams which are now coming to complain that more number of non-faithful, non-believers are getting contracts or seeding themselves in and around the temples and also
This
around the
20%
temple commercial establishments. And that is
20%
also
commission in Karnataka is very less. In Tamil Nadu, it is 40%. And the tender amounts and the contract amounts highly inflated.
Now, this is brazen corruption. G.S. Prashant, even during the BJP, there was no effort to make these temples independent, free of state control. The Muzerai department tried to intervene even during the when the BJP was in power. What is this whole thing about controlling and this one? Is it the money? Is it the clout?
Anand, good evening.
Good evening.
See, firstly, we'll come to that as to what BJP tried and how it happened. But you look at it from the point of view as to what's happening now in all non-BJP ruled states. It's a pattern. The LDF in Kerala, Congress in Karnataka. You had problems with Congress and a temple in Rajasthan when Congress was in power. Himachal Pradesh, you had a problem wherein they even had utilized the funds secondly because the coffers were running dry. And the minister, as my co-panelists pointed out, does not even speak about filing a complaint or lodging an FIR because it is happening under the watchful eyes of the minister and the senior cabinet colleagues. They want the Hindu temples to be plundered because the Congress and its allies owe allegiance to Mughals. For them, Indian or Bharat history begins with Mughals. So therefore, what the Mughals did, they plundered the temple wealth. They realized temples are our institutions where our dharma is spread, and which is where the next generations would get their knowledge from. So the Mughals had decided to plunder our wealth of the temples, which is what Congress and its allies are doing in every state. Like if 40% commission is in Tamil Nadu, and when YSRCP was in power in Andhra, we saw what all happened in the sacred Tirumala temple. You had non-Hindus posted there as employees, non-Hindus employed in preparation of the sacred prasadam, and they even wanted to have a different faith to be represented there, which means it is a systematic way wherein Congress and its allies have
Did you rename the
continuously
Muzerai
trying to
Did you
interfere with the Hindu beliefs.
Did the BJP
They
rename
want
the
to
Muzerai
target
department?
Hindu beliefs, Hindu temples, because I repeat, it is what
Did the
what
BJP
Mughals did,
rename
and
Muzerai?
Congress and its allies want to follow what the Mughals have done.
What is Muzerai as a term? Is Muzerai a Kannada word?
Today, Supreme Court asked that same question. Is Muzrai a Kannada word?
So, GS
Supreme
Prashant, tell
Court
me,
today-
how many times has the BJP come in power in Karnataka and have you changed the very name of the department?
Fine, Anand, see, agreed that just
Because
because the
today the
names have
Karnataka-
not changed, the intent and belief of the BJP system is not
Sir,
to plunder the wealth of the Hindu
Please,
temples.
with
Whereas
due
now,
respect,
if it's
with-
in a name, we have
with-
to look
no,
at
no,
it.
with
but
due respect,
the
with due
actions-
respect,
the actions
Raj
supporting
Bhavan
saying that-
became Lok Bhavan, Racecourse
Lok Bhavan.
Road became Lok Kalyan Marg, Rajpath became Kartavya Path. All of that, the name change happened because of the intent had to be underlined. Because of that, there had to be a name change that had to
Anand,
be
it
done.
happened.
Okay,
It'll
so
happen.
no,
Just
but I'm
because
just
something
saying,
has not
no. How
happened,
many times in BJP, when BJP talks about talks eloquent and waxes eloquent about protecting Hindu rights and Hindu beliefs and Hindu astha and all of that, then why haven't you? Did you even bother to change the name of the Muzerai department whenever you were in power? You have not. Even now, you have not asked. Not a single question has been raised by the BJP in Karnataka, be it in government or in opposition, that this is not a name that should be given in a post-independence era to a HRNC department. At least Tamil Nadu calls it HRNC. At least Kerala calls it HRNC. You still call it Muzerai. Is Muzerai a Kannada word, sir?
Definitely not, Anand. I agree with you stating that the word has not been changed. But I repeat, as BJP, we've always stood for Hindu Dharma, Hindu devotees, Hindu faith, and who has interfered with that, BJP has taken stern action, unlike the Congress and its allies, now who are only trying to have the sugar-coated pills in terms of issuing a show cause notice, wanting to understand what happened. There has been no action taken because even the authorities there know that this Congress government would not punish them because they are looting the Hindu temples and they are given a freeway for that.
Char Dham comes under Char Dham is under Uttarakhand minister, chief minister. Did they not have to protest and ask the chief minister to take cognizance? Why didn't he take cognizance suo moto? Bake Bihari, again contract given, again there is protest happening. Who is not under the Uttar Pradesh government? Sir, my question is, I hold no brief for any political party. The point is that this is something which is endemic to Hindu institutions which are under state control. Look at the amount of money that is being invested to buy land and in deposits, etc. Where is all this gold and this donation being used for public good? How many new schools have been opened under the Dharmaraya Trust? How many new colleges or universities have been opened under the Dharmaraya Trust? Look at what they are doing with the lands of Manjunatha Swami. The Manjunatha Swami temple lands are being seen as graveyards and are alleged to be.
Anand, are you saying this question is applicable only for Hindu trusts and Hindu temples for opening institutions, colleges and hostels and not for other communities?
My point is that is all these are under state control, sir.
So definitely
All
don't try
these-
to link it to don't link it to the way
No,
the
sir.
Babri
For the
dispute
good
happened
of
and they say it's
good
a
of the Hindu
hospital instead of a
Samaja,
temple. That shouldn't happen.
for the good of the Hindu Samaja, have Vedic institutions, temples, cultural hubs where arts, historic, civilizationally classical dance performances, ancient arts, folklore, weaving techniques, all of this that was part of a very, very vibrant temple economy. Tell me one place where the state, irrespective of political party, has recreated that with the coffers of a magnificent temple in that particular state. Tell me one example, sir.
Anand, you look at even the recently concluded budget, wherein for the emphasis is on creating temple.
Let me tell you one thing.
and
Tirumala
tourism
Tirupati
around
Devasthanams,
it
sir,
to
it is
ensure
the
that
Kanchi
Vikas and
Shankaracharya
Virasat
who's
is
got
immortal.
schools in
Anand,
Tirupati,
Vikas
which
and
is
Virasat,
training
blending our
archakas
culture and
who will
religion
go and
with
contribute and practice the karma kandas in the Tirumala temple. It is not the TTD Devasthanam which is doing it. Where is the money that is coming into the TTD Devasthanam? Where is it being used productively for greater good of society, Hindu society? Forget,
Anand,
I'm not even
if
saying.
you
I'm
look at
so
TTD,
so so.
you
What
have,
my
the
point?
TTD
Hindol Sen
Veda
Gupta has not
Pathshala
yet come in.
happening.
Hindol
You
Sen.
have a Goshala
Sir, what is
being run
happening
by,
is what is
TTD.
happening is
You have
this
Institute
Sarkari
of,
attitude. Sir,
Veterinary Sciences being
tell
run
me
by
how
TTD.
many
You have
state controlled,
host of
how many
institutions being run
state,
by TTD,
please
but
let me ask you, how many state controlled Devasam boards went to the Supreme Court and went after the HRNCE official who did not allow that lamp to be lit at the Deepatun? How many temples under state control went to the Supreme Court to say, we will not allow this? This is wrong. Did anybody say, I want to take that HRNC official to the cleaners who is not allowing Hindu devotees to light a lamp at the Deepatun and Tirupati Kundram? Now, what I'm trying to say is everybody is concerned. Look at the list of loot that T.R. Ramesh, look at the list of loot that T.R. Ramesh himself has outlined here. Sir, my point is, sir, this is not part of the manifesto of the party which claims to guard Hindu interests. And I'm putting it out there, sir. Hindol Sen Gupta. So you want more people to pray. There should be more people who should come to temples. But the moment a temple starts flourishing, the moment temple starts doing something, the state will take a look and they will allege that there is some corruption and we want to control the coffers. This is the big game everywhere.
Then thank you for pointing these things out. There is absolutely no doubt, and I'm glad you mentioned Baki Bihari also. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind that barring maybe one or two honorable examples, in many of the best known temples of India, there is a Machiavellian game that is on to loot temples of their greatest wealth. If you see the infrastructure, for instance, I was recently in Madurai and Kanchipuram. If you see the abysmal state of infrastructure around one of the greatest temples of our land at Madurai, the Meenakshi Amman, you will weep, your heart will weep. The fact is that like in Baki Bihari, you cannot walk towards Baki Bihari today without your nose being filled with the stench of sewers, and a small clutch of vested interest are preventing any renovation, any building of a proper corridor in that place, in that holiest of holy temple, and we are tolerating it day after day after day. That our greatest temples have been taken over by a Machiavellian set of vested local interest, hand in glove with state administration and political administration. This is the brutal reality. We must face this brutal reality head on if we have to save our temples. We can say all that we want and on various shows and write all we want, but the ground situation about the glory of our civilization, but the ground situation is this. Not only are many temples in abysmal state, the loot from the wealthiest temples is absolutely abysmal. In fact, vested local interest in many of our most sacred temples actually make the lives of many devotees miserable by insistently making the entire visit to the temple about extracting money. These are ground realities. It breaks my heart to say this, but this is the truth. This is the truth and we have to face it.
Well, T.R. Ramesh wanted to say something. Yes, T.R. Ramesh.
Besides this loot of the wealth which they're supposed to protect, government is with a straight face and through law is taking a bulk of the temple income which is collected every year as administrative and fee and audit fee. Like in Tamil Nadu it is 16%, in Andhra it's 21.5%. Imagine 1/5 of the collection of the temple goes to this most reckless administration. Is that not a loot? If a temple is getting 100 crore income, and as you say, we can start colleges, goshalas, patashalas, and schools. Instead, government takes 20 crores and walks away. That is one of the biggest plunders of our temples.
No, do they take 20 crores from the churches in Bengaluru and across Karnataka?
Not one rupee.
Do they take collections from the mosques?
Any of the mosques or churches.
Correct, sir.
Not a single rupee.
Yeah, but the BJP
Not
also
a
has
single
not
rupee,
restored parity.
and they are not even governed.
The
They are
BJP
not
also
coming
has
under
not
any
restored
law.
parity. Yeah, final words, Ankit Yanagi. Yeah. Is this not unfair?
There are around 35,000 temples which need to be freed from the control of the state administration, and that is when the demand of the VHP. And BJP claims to be the savior of Hinduism, Hindu culture, Sanatana Dharma. I need to ask myself as to how much steps have been taken by the BJP ruled state governments, supported by the BJP ruled central government. Mere say is not sufficient, they must act upon. And it should not be only political gimmick.
So
If
you
they are
plunder
really caring
So-
about the
and-
interests of the
But
Just
Hindu
question
or
at
Anand.
least the BJP is
Sanket,
saying it, Sanket
you and
Yanagi.
Congress
The Congress
plunder
has never
and
said
you're
it.
asking
So
BJP question.
should all Hindu devotees believe that at least we should not expect freeing of Hindu temples by the Congress or the left at all? The only
Yes,
hope
yes,
relies
not
on the
sufficient.
lies
Anand,
on
it
the
is very
BJP.
clear. They will never do that.
That is what is
They
being
follow
fought
the
for
Mughal
3
system,
times now.
Anand.
Mere
They
say
follow
is
the
not
Mughal
sufficient.
system.
There's the time to act
Congress
upon.
and its supporters will never do that. If
One
at all
minute,
it
one
is
minute.
Okay,
possible,
okay.
it
Let
will
is the
let
time
Sanket
BJP.
Yanagi speak. Let's not speak over each other. Yes, thank you.
Sir, this is the time to act upon. This is the third time the BJP is in government and is ruling central. And they claim to be the double engine sarkars in at least insofar as the states which are ruled by the BJP, and there is no ambiguity regarding the action to be taken.
HRNC is on the concurrent list. The states have to take this control. Central cannot issue a diktat on that. Center cannot issue.
At least in BJP ruled states.
No. Center can come with a law.
No, center can come with a law, but you can't force the state to. My point is, sir, you are saying that
No,
the
Anandji,
Congress governments and the
central
left will
law
not do it.
overrule the state law.
But that has to be an act which will have to be passed in Parliament after debate, and it will have to get
Even,
ratified.
no. Even today,
No.
every state HRNC Act excludes certain acts from its from the operation of that state, and to do that, they have to get the president's assent. Okay, the president's assent is withdrawn to that extent.
Correct. But
can
but what happens is, my limited understanding says that there will have to be a fresh central law that will have to be passed, ratified by Parliament, which
Yes.
automatically overall frees. I'm saying let's come to that in a bit. But one thing Sanket Yanagi is saying, don't expect this from any of the non-BJP states. Don't expect this from the DMK, don't expect this from the Congress, don't expect this from the Trinamool, because they're not going to do it. Left, they're not going to do it. Because they've never said it, so they will not do it. You are turning around and asking the BJP, you have said it, but you have not done it. At least they have come out and said it. They have put their neck on the line, said that they will do it.
They said it,
Right.
but 11 years happened. Nothing happened.
Okay. That's also true.